Okay, so this is one of my first attempts to do an online Qi class. I normally teach in person, but a handful of my students have asked for some tips that they can do at home. So I'm attempting to do this with limited camera technology and in my bedroom. So be patient with me. My name is Britta Stump, and I teach Qigong and Taoist Yoga and sort of a Yin Yang Yoga class where I incorporate lots of elements from Tai Chi healing and Qigong and traditional Hatha Yoga to stretch and fix our meridians and heal our bodies and all of those wonderful things. I am taking a small break from teaching in person because I'm pursuing some more certification classes, but I'm going to offer a couple things that you can do today at home. Okay, so first off, we are transitioning from the fall season into the winter season, which is interesting. We just had some snowfall today. So I'm going to briefly talk about what the seasons mean and how they correlate to our practice. Winter is one of the most yin of all of the seasons, which means that the energy level is a lot softer. Wintertime is about containment, it's about storage, so this is not the ideal time to start training for a marathon. You want to kind of conserve your energy in the winter because the energy of the planet is working against you to do like really big, high energy stuff. If you're already a fairly active person, then just carry on as usual. It's just not a great time to start new physical practices. So the energy of winter is that everything is kind of soft underneath the snow. This is when you want to kind of cultivate your ideas, think about where you want to go, so that when that rambunctious energy of springtime surfaces, all your ideas have had plenty of time to percolate, and now you're ready to put them into action. So, some health tips: make sure you're hydrating a lot. Soups are good. Keep your throat covered because the cold winds enter through our throat and then go down into our lungs, which can make us sick. We want to try to activate our lung energy to make it nice and strong to fight pathogens. And also, wintertime is very hard on your kidneys. So even though a lot of us love sweets and maybe some of you imbibe in alcoholic beverages this time of year, it's not the best for you. Be gentle to your poor kidneys. So we're going to do some practices today that are really good for strengthening our lungs and our kidneys. So let's get started. Okay. So like I said, I'm doing this in my not my living room, my bedroom. Hopefully you can hear me okay. You usually want to be on a nice flat surface. Make sure that it's warm. You don't want to ever have cold feet while you're doing Qigong. You're going to want to get your feet right underneath your hip bones. Soften those knees so they're not all locked up. Slightly tuck your tailbone down by engaging your low belly muscles. Lift your shoulders up off the lungs. Head is nice and tall. Just take a moment in this kind of rounded shape with your arms to check in and breathe. Then we're going to do a couple of rounds of drawing down the sky. So you inhale out to the sides, level with your shoulders. Your arms are going to face the sky, and exhale right down the center line with nice round arms. Repeat, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale it down. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of shaking, okay? So you're just going to kind of gently tap your heels into the floor, shake your arms, shake your bones, shake those knees. So this grounding effect is going to wake up all of our synovial fluid, our bone marrow, our joints. Get a little bit of movement and flow in there. I usually always start off with a little bit of shaking just to kind of wake everything up. And you can also visualize that you're shaking everything that you might be carrying around, any sort of emotional baggage, down into the ground. So big inhales through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And two more. Last time. And drop. And pause. Do a little shimmy with your knees. So we're just moving our knees back and forth, back and forth, back and forth really quick. Then it's going to go up your spine, shimmy your shoulders, and flick your hands with a Let's do that again. Shimmy. Up and out. And again. Last time. And pause and feel. We work with a lot of sounds in Taoist Yoga and Qigong. It sometimes feels a little funny at first, but trust me, it works. Okay, so step your feet out a little bit wider. Make sure your knees are nice and soft. We're going to hinge at the hips. Come all the way forward and just let your head dangle here. Please make sure that your knees are soft. Your low belly is soft. Really hinge forward. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. And then we're going to graze our fingertips out towards the front and just gently sway back and forth. Back and forth. Waking up the spine, bending the knee. Breathe normal. Swaying side to side. Waking up the spine, waking up the legs, getting them ready to move. And start bringing it out front a little bit. Slowly roll it up the body. And now we're going to sway from the hips, shoulder, head. Hips, shoulder, head, hips, shoulder, head, hips, shoulder, head. This is called moving the body like a river. Visualize that water, that winter element. Bring it in, and in, and in. Bring your feet right back underneath those hip bones. Make sure your knees are nice and soft. Make a nice little round shape with your hands here. We're going to do what's called the wise owl turns its head. So we're going to visualize we're owls here. You're going to splay your fingers out to the side. Fingertips are going to really spread out like wing feathers. Your thumb is going to point down towards the ground. As the shoulders come to kissing in the back, you're going to look over one shoulder. Then you're going to bring it back into that rounded shape. And then you're going to inhale and look over the other shoulder. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more to each side. Inhale. Exhale. One last time. Inhale. And exhale, bring it in. Pause and feel. Very good. Okay. Little circles with your nose. And just relax your hands at the sides. Put them in your pockets if you've got them. We're just rotating the head around in little gentle circles, waking up our jaw, waking up all those neck muscles. Switch. Go in the opposite direction. And then gently side to side and come center. Okay, so again, you can keep your hands either on your hips or in your pockets or just out to the sides. I like to get a lot of people started on hips. Make sure those knees are nice and soft. We're going to do upper body rotations. So you're going to try to do nice big circles with your torso rolling around. And then once you get your hips pretty stable, you can release the arms and just let them kind of rotate around like noodles, or keep them on your hips, whatever feels good. Breathing, waking up the rib cage and the spine. And then bringing it in, and then we're going to go in the opposite direction. So big torso rotations in the opposite direction. Again, make sure your knees are soft. When your hips are nice and stable, you can kind of float those arms around like noodles. You can even be kind of rotating them around inside the arm socket. And bringing them in a little bit smaller and pause. Shake out those hips. Okay, hands on hips again. Now we're going to do great big circles with our hips. So going out and around. Really rotating those hip bones, waking up our synovial fluid in our joints. Great big circles, getting the body ready to move. And then we're going to bring our circles in a little bit smaller. So now it's just kind of like going gently around the edges of your toes. Little hip circles. You can incorporate a little bit of a pelvic tilt here when you go to the front. So you tilt the pelvic forward, release on the back. And then making them a little teeny bit smaller. Small, small, small. And pause. And great big circles in the opposite direction. You can even reach back too and kind of massage your kidneys while you're doing these hip circles. That feels good sometimes too. Or your low back. Great big circles. My students always laugh at me because sometimes I start incorporating funny little accents while I'm teaching. The important thing is that you're breathing. Okay. Now little smaller circles, like you're getting the edge of your toes. Around, 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 around. Now you can choose to do a little bit of pelvic tilt here. So you're tucking and releasing, tucking at the front and releasing. Again, just really waking up those hip joints and the pelvic bone, low belly, getting ready to move. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Bringing it small, 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 and pause. Okay, we're going to do what's called spinal waves, okay? So I'm going to show you from the side. You're going to go down like you're sitting, okay? Your chin's going to tuck in. Come back up to standing, nose goes to the sky. So you take a seat, and you straighten. Exhale on the down. Inhale on the up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale. And inhale. Lift your hands. Exhale. Paint the fence down. Inhale. Backs of the hands go against the wall. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. Okay, now we're going to roll it. So you exhale down. Tuck that pelvic bone. Roll it all the way up the spine. Chin to chest till the last minute. The nose goes to the sky. So you exhale down. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale. Inhale, roll. Exhale down. Inhale, roll. Exhale down. Inhale, come up with hands. Exhale, paint the fence down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Last time, roll it up. And just gently paint those hands down. Good. Come into the center again. Bring your feet in so they're touching. And we're just going to kind of stretch those toes by coming up on the toes and then switch. And then switch. And then switch. And then switch. And you can incorporate hands going from side to side. Switch. And switch. And switch. And if you kind of want to push the hip in, so the hip is going to go out from the foot that's flat on the ground, and switch it, and switch it, and switch it, and switch. One more time to the other side. And come center. Okay. One more for the balance, and then we'll start getting into flow, okay? So, point your foot forward. Bring your hands out to the side. Lift your foot if you can. If not, just keep it on the floor. You're going to point and flex. Point, fingertips go down. Flex, fingertips to the sky. Point and flex. And point and a flex. And point and flex. Last time. Point and flex. Bring it in. Get your balance on the other foot. You can either bring it out front so it's in contact with the earth, or lift it. Okay, so we'll start out flexed, fingertips to the sky, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, and point and flex. Few more. Point and flex, and point and flex, point and flex. Last time, point and flex. Bring it in. Okay. Keep those feet right underneath those hips. Reach your hands up. Clasp the hands together. So my left hand is grasping the right. Put most of your weight over here into the left side. And stretch your body over. And look to the sky. Inhale, come to the center. Switch your grasp. And lean to the other side. Inhale, center. Switch. Exhale. Inhale, center. Switch your grasp and exhale. Inhale to the center and exhale down. Good. Okay. So let's go ahead and step out into a wide-legged stance here. You can either have your feet facing forward or slightly out to the sides. And come down into a horse stance. Okay, so horse stance, where the image is that you're riding a horse here, okay? So nice and round in the hips. You want to have kind of more of an arch versus like a V. So you achieve that by engaging your low belly muscles. Relax into the horse. Bring your hands out front. Your palms are facing the chest. Just breathe here for a moment. Spine is nice and tall. Bring your hands down. Bring them just out to the edges of your knees and hinge at the waist. We'll take a big inhale here. Exhale, we're going to twist and push off and look to the sky. Then you inhale, center again. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. And exhale. Keep it going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more to each side. And last time. Inhale, center. Come up straight. Straighten those legs. Stand here for a moment. Just breathing. And now we're going to go into some dragon forms. Dragon is one of the animals associated with water in winter. So we're going to become some dragons here, okay? So go ahead and come back into that horse stance, okay? Feel the horse. We're going to take one of our feet and turn it in. Straighten that leg. So you've got sort of a V shape here. And then we're going to turn to the other side and bend that knee. So those of you that are familiar with traditional yoga, this is kind of like a warrior two. Okay? So feel that. And then we'll do a little bit of a lean, which is kind of like exalted warrior, where you lean over. But we're going to be dragons here. So the motion instead is you're going to twist your hands. So it's kind of like you're twisting a light bulb. Your palm is going to go to the sky. The other one's going to kind of push back towards that back leaning leg with also the palm to the sky. And you're going to lean over the front. Okay. Then you're going to switch it over the other side. Here's where it gets kind of tricky. You're going to wrap your hand around the face. Your hands are going to go out to the sides. This leg is going to turn in, and this one will turn out, and you're going to push. Push away. So it's like a kung fu stretch. So then you switch it again. So you come forward, lean. Exalted dragon, back. Come to the center. Hand will come around the face. Get your hands to the side. Fix your feet, and push. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to the center. Get your hands and push. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. Come around. And fix your feet and push. So this is a full, like as far down as I can go. You don't have to go that far. We're going to inhale, come back up. Exhale, exalt it. We're going to reach around and just come back to center. So, when I was here, I kind of sweep around my face and make a little chi ball. So imagine you're holding a little energy ball here. And I'm back in my horse stance. I'm going to bring my hands up to shoulders and exhale down. Go ahead and straighten those legs. Toe heel your feet in a little bit. Kind of shake your hips out a little. Pause and breathe. We're going to do that whole maneuver to the next side. Okay? So let's go ahead and come out into horse stance again. You don't have to be as wide as me. I mean, it can be like this. Just find where is comfortable for you. Okay? I'm going to come out into my horse. Get my spine nice and tall. I'm going to invert this foot so it's pointing in kind of like a V. This leg is straight. This is going to face the opposite wall, and I'm going to go forward. So feel that warrior two energy. Okay. Also feel what it's like to exalt. This is traditional yoga. Now we're going to turn it into a dragon. So again, palm's going to reach to the sky. You'll reach. The other one is twisting also to face the sky. You'll come back, switch your hands. You're going to take this hand, sweep it around the face. The palms will face that wall. Switch feet and push. Good. Now reach again. And switch. Reach your hand around. Get your hands ready to push. And push away. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. And sweep that hand. And push. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale. Sweep your hand. And push. Last time. Inhale coming up. Exhale, switch. Inhale, sweep your hands. And push. Okay, now we're just going to inhale coming up. Exhale back. We're going to sweep our hand and step it in. Got my chi ball. Nice tall horse. Let you catch breath. Hands come flat. Inhale to the shoulders. Exhale, paint the fence down. Step it in. Kick out your feet if you need to. Get your feet right underneath those hips again. We're going to inhale out to the sides. Up overhead. Exhale right down that center line. And again. And again. Last time. Exhale down. Pause and feel. So those are some really big movements. I don't normally always do those, but that was a dragon form I taught at my last in-person class, and one of my students really liked it, and she wanted it to practice at home, so that's one of many dragon forms. Okay, release hands. We're going to do another little dragon form to kind of bring that energy back down. Then we'll do a few closing forms and wrap this online class. So most of my in-person classes are much longer, but since we're online, we'll shorten it down a little bit. So you want your feet and your heels to be touching. Well, I guess your big toe and your heels. You're going to bend your knees slightly. Palms are going to touch. You're going to bring them right here at the center of the chest, okay? And you're going to kind of push your hands away to one side, and your opposite hip is going to stretch, and you just kind of look over that shoulder. Then you bring it back into center and switch. Inhale to the center. Exhale, push. Praying dragon. Inhale. Swimming dragon, I should say. Push. Inhale, center. Exhale, push. I guess it could be a little praying swimming dragon. Push. Inhale, center. Exhale, push. Inhale, center. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale, push. Inhale to the center. Exhale, push it down. Step your feet out wide. Okay. So, you're going to place your hands just over those kidneys, which are right underneath your ribs on the back side. Okay. You're going to take a big inhale and do a slight back bend as you do so. Then as you hinge from the hips, you're going to push your hands down the backs of the legs, fold all the way forward. Your hands are going to wrap around the front of the toes and then come up the insides of the thighs. About level with the hips. Your hands are going to float off the body and exhale down. So you reach back, get those kidneys big, inhale. Little back bend, exhale, roll down the body. Hands go along the backs of the thighs and the calves. Wrap around the feet, inhale up the inside line. Hands come off, and exhale down. Let's repeat. Reach back, get your kidneys. Inhale as you do a little back bend. Exhale, come forward and down. Inhale up the insides of the thighs. And down. Let's do 2 more of those. So reaching back, inhale. Back bend. Exhale down. Inhale, come up the insides of the thighs. And exhale down. Last time, reach back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming up. And exhale down. Okay, again, making sure your feet are right underneath those hips. Knees are slightly bent. We're going to do what's called the fountain. So the backs of your hands are going to face one another. They're going to come right up the center line, about level with your shoulders. The hands are going to float out, down, and around like a water fountain. So you inhale, come up the center. Straighten your knees. Exhale, slightly bend the knees, come down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So we're entering the yin part of the practice. Slowing everything down. Two more. Inhale. Last time. And down. Interlace the web of your thumbs. Traditionally, for women, your left hand will go over the right. For men, your right hand will go over the left. You're going to kind of point those fingertips down, place it right here in this low belly space. So right underneath your navel, just above your pelvic bone, and breathe into that space, your low belly. And step your feet together so your heels are touching. Soften those knees. Bend a little bit, close your eyes, breathe into the low belly space. You might feel a little bit of buzzing or tingling in your body. That is fantastic. That is that good life force energy we've been working with, which they call Qi in China. There are many different words for this energy. It's just your good life force energy. Allowing your body to gently rock and sway. Feet are firmly rooted into the earth. Upper body is loose and flexible, like a bamboo in the wind. Go ahead and inhale. Exhale. Open your eyes. Step your feet out. So please make sure that you're doing little belly circles going up your right side and down the left. Up your right side and down the left. Up the right, down the left. This is just following your pattern of digestion. Giving all of our abdominal organs some TLC, allowing them to do all their functions unimpeded by blocks like a clear stream. And then you're going to make little teeny tiny circles right underneath your belly button. Circle, 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 pause, big inhale here. Exhale, release with a sigh. Shake your hands out if you need to. Move anything that needs to be moved. You can rub anything that feels like it needs some extra chi, some extra life force energy. Anything that's just crying out for some body attention, you can rub. I like to run down the backs of my legs again, up and out, shoulders, top of head, whatever feels good, and shake it out. Okay, so that's part of what I would normally teach. I usually always follow my in-person classes up with some very gentle yoga stretches on the floor. We especially do a lot with stretching our toes because you stand a lot in Taoist Yoga and Qigong. So then we're gonna stretch our toesies out. And I will usually do like a beautiful Shavasana piece and some meditation at the end. If we want to focus on any kind of energetic work, we might do that. I also have a little bit of background in pranic healing, which prana is just another word for chi, life force energy. That's what they call it in India. So moving energy around in all your little meridian points. So one of my other students also asked for, I do a lot with tapping, which is also part of Qigong. Qigong is one of the 5 main branches of traditional Chinese medicine. So if you're going to go see a TCM doctor, he might do a lot of diagnosis of you and then switch up your diet, give you some herbs, tell you to go see an acupuncturist or something like that and do Qigong. So like if you were going to go see an acupuncturist, they work with all these meridian lines in your body, which we do a lot with tapping in Qigong too. But I don't do a ton of work with tapping in winter because I'm trying to like conserve energy instead of breaking it all up. I mostly like teach tapping in the spring, but I might come back and do a really brief little tapping class too for Veronica, who is one of my students. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions for me, you can just shoot me a comment. I will be teaching out west here at Heritage Hall in February, and then in Ogden again as well. I'll probably do a few more of these online courses in the meantime. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and peace, love, and all the good things. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now.